So this is a historical restoration we're doing here in Grapevine. This home sat here for probably about 10 years vacant. It was just about 800 square feet, and they wanted to add another 800 square feet to it. So you can see where the original house was, where the gabled end is, and about middle of the way through that center window back is an additional that we put on there for additional space. And once we get inside, you'll be able to see how that all kind of flows together. The reason we have two different colors of wood out here is the white wood that you see is the original siding that was on the house. Because it's deemed historical with the Historical Society of Grapevine, they're trying to utilize as much of the original materials as possible to make it unique and to make it truly historical. So that's why they've kind of blended this in. We tried to salvage as much as we could, and what we didn't have enough of, we had to actually have this new stuff milled to make it look just like the old stuff. So that's kind of why you've seen that blended in. Once it's painted, it'll all be smooth and you won't be able to tell the difference. But the other interesting thing about this house was the original house was on a pier and beam slab, pier and beam foundation, which means there's a wall all around the outside and there's piers on the inside that hold the house up. Being that it sat here for 10, 15 years vacant, it was really, really in bad shape. So we actually had to jack the house up, hang it up in the air for about 30, 45 days, completely redo the foundation, and then add on the new foundation in the back. The new foundation in the back is actually a slab foundation. And so tying the two together, once you get inside on a pier and beam foundation, you'll be able to hear your footsteps as you go through. The homeowners wanted to make sure that they had that authenticity to go through the second part of the house. So we did the slab in the back kind of like a bowl. And then we built the trusses inside of that so you still have that hollow sounding once you walk through the house. So the whole house sounds the same. It's not going from hollow sounding to a solid slab. So being that this is a historical restoration, from the very beginning of this project, from the design standpoint, we got with the city of Grapevine. This family wanted to make sure that they actually got a certificate for of history for this house. So we worked with the historical city the department of Grapevine, and they worked with us through the design phase, through the planning, all through. It took about a 2-year process to go through that to make sure that we had everything just right, the way they wanted it, the way we wanted it. We could plan everything and set everything out in order so that we could get this project going. So it was a lot of pre-planning on the front end and working with them to get this thing historically accurate. All right, this section right here is once we get inside, you'll be able to tell, this is bathrooms and laundry room area. This was not part of the original house. This is an add-on, so you can see where the original house was over there. So as we had the house lifted in the air, we added this to the slab, the new slab. All this was part, so then when we set the house back down, then we can come back in, build this and tie it back into the main house. The garage here was a secondary building that the original homeowner here had built separately. It's not part of the original house. So they built this separately as a 2-car garage and had a little apartment area in the back. So we've completely taken all the old siding off of this, put new siding on, so in the end it'll all match. And then we redid the wood doors. It had original just aluminum garage doors. So these are some really unique doors that we designed to kind of fit the overall look of the house. Okay, so this is the back portion of the new addition. And so some of the old elements that we brought, you can see again the little dovetail pieces on the ends of the gables here that we brought back here just to kind of tie it all together. And then created this little overhang in the back to cover the back patio door. These are actual wood windows, aluminum clad wood windows. So when you get inside, you'll be able to see that. In the olden days, everything was wood windows. And now the wood window is a really high-end type window. So really expensive windows, but long-lasting windows. And they also give you a better visual appeal rather than just a standard vinyl window that we use today.